In 2012, Kiss released their final studio album called Monster. This is the Rock and Roll Weatherman. My name is Sean Morrison. It was the 20th and final studio album, October 9th of 2012. And it was featuring the lineup of Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons, Eric Singer, and Tommy Thayer. Tommy Thayer and Eric Singer each sang a song on this album, which was pretty interesting. And of course, what's his name? Tommy Thayer of the Ace Frehley Imposter, of course, sounds like Frehley on the song. You see, I'm going to get into that shortly. And there were two singles released off the album called Hallelujah, which was a good song. And then it was Long Way Down. It wasn't as good, but I'm just going to be very fair on that. And then the first song, Hallelujah, got some play on the rock radio and was on the Billboard Mainstream Rock charts. And then the second single, Long Way Down, made it on the Heritage Rock charts by the end of the year, as well as a spot in American's music rock chart for several months. And like I said, the album came out on October 9th of 2012 and was the follow up to Sonic Boom. And it was their third consecutive album to reach the top three in the United States, top the top 10 in Canada. Did well in other charts. In its first week of release in the United States, it sold 60,000 copies and 120,000 copies outside of the domestic U.S. in the first week. Featured 12 tracks, like I said, Hallelujah, which was a Paul Stanley song, A Wall of Sound from Gene Simmons, Freak, which was sung by Stanley, Back to the Stone Age by Gene Simmons, Shout Mercy, sung by Paul Stanley, Long Way Down, which was sung by Paul Stanley, Eat Your Heart Out, The Devil with Me, sung by Paul Stanley. Sung by Gene Simmons. Out of This World, sung by Tommy Thayer. All for the Love of Rock and Roll, sung by Eric Singer, and actually those songs were a little decent. Take Me Down Below, sung by Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley, and The Last Chance, sung by Paul Stanley. There was an iTunes tour edition bonus track right here, right now, which was sung by Paul Stanley, and Japanese bonus track was King of the Nighttime World, the live version of it with Paul Stanley on the lead vocals. And on the song Freak, Brian Whalen does play piano. Friends, if you're not subscribed to the Sean Morrison YouTube channel, please do so. Everyone else has to subscribe. We thank you very much all for your continued love, honor, and support. It is greatly appreciated. So, how, like I said, hell or hallelujah, um, all for the love of rock and roll and out of this world are the most three popular songs I do like on this album. So, friends, what songs do you like off the Kiss album Monster that came out in 2012? Leave your comments here. Shame, shame, shame.